Hey everyone, welcome to this psychology lecture series. In this video, we are going to talk about some psychologists and their contribution to psychology. Aaron Beck is known as the father of cognitive therapy and cognitive behavior therapy. He developed Beck Depression Inventory. He also developed Beck Hopelessness Scale, Beck Scale for Suicidal Ideation, Beck Anxiety Inventory, and Beck Youth Inventories. Along with his daughter, he founded Beck Institute for Cognitive Behavior Therapy. And with Maria Kovacs, he developed Children's Depression Inventory. Abhay Faria is known for his scientific study on hypnotism. Abraham Maslow is known for creating hierarchy of needs which ends with self-actualization. He is one of the founders of humanistic psychology. He envisioned peak experiences which represents the height of personality development. Albert Bandura demonstrated the concept of observational learning through verbal studies. He proposed the concept of self-efficacy, which is a personal judgment of how well one can execute courses of action required to deal with prospective situations. Albert Bandura is also known as the creator of social learning theory, later called social cognitive theory. Albert Ellis developed rational psychotherapy, which is now known as rational emotive behavior therapy. He is also known for his writings on human sexuality. He also created the ABC model, which is a basic CBT technique, and he is one of the founders of cognitive behavior therapy. Alfred Adler is known as the founder of individual psychology. He is referred as a disciple of Freud. He is known for the concept of inferiority complex. Alfred Binet developed Binet-Simon Intelligence Scale. It was later revised to Stanford Binet IQ test. He created the concept of mental age. Anna Freud, daughter of Sigmund Freud, is popularly known as the founder of child psychoanalysis. She provided clear explanations of the ego's defense mechanisms. She contributed to ego-psychology. B.F. Skinner is known for operant conditioning, also known as instrumental conditioning, developed the Skinner box, and is also known for schedules of reinforcement, cumulative recorder, and radical behaviorism. Bluma Zygarnik observed the effect of interruption on memory processing. Boris Cyrulnik is known for psychological resilience. It is the ability to mentally or emotionally cope with a crisis or to return to pre-crisis status quickly. Bruno Bettelheim was an early writer on autism and focused on the education of emotionally disturbed children. Carl Jung is known as the founder of analytical psychology. Major concepts of analytical psychology are archetype, complex, extraversion and introversion, persona, shadow, ego, collective unconscious, anima and animus, self, and synchronicity. Carl Rogers is one of the founders of humanistic approach or client-centered approach to psychology. He is considered the most influential psychotherapist in history. Carla Johnson coined the term compassion fatigue, which is caused by prolonged exposure to other people's trauma. Charles Darwin founded biological theory, saying that behavior had evolved as a response to animals' environment. Charles Sturt coined the term altered state of consciousness. Daniel Kahneman is noted for his work on the psychology of judgment and decision-making. He is also known for behavioral economics. Daniel Schachter is known for his work on human memory and amnesia. David McClelland is noted for his work on motivation and need theory. He developed new scoring systems for the thematic apperception test. He also developed the achievement motivation theory, commonly known as need for achievement or N achievement theory. David Rosenhan is known for Rosenhan experiment or third experiment. It was conducted to determine the validity of psychiatric diagnosis. Donald Broadbent's theory of selective attention and short-term memory were developed as digital computers. Broadbent's filter model of attention is an early selection theory of attention. Donald Hebb is described as the father of neuropsychology and neural networks. He contributed to psychological processes such as learning. He is known for his theory of Hebbian learning. He is also known for cell assembly theory or Hebb's rule or Hebb's postulate. Donald Winnicott was influential in the field of object relations theory and developmental psychology. Dorothy Rowe is known for her work on depression. Edward Thorndike's work on comparative psychology and the learning process led to the theory of connectionism and helped lay scientific foundation for educational psychology. He gave the law of effect with respect to behavioral conditioning. He was the first to extensively study operant conditioning. Edward Tolman founded purposive behaviorism. He promoted the concept of latent learning and he introduced the concept of cognitive map. Edwin Guthrie was known for his theory that all learning was based on stimulus-response association. This was described as one-trail theory, non-reinforcement, and contiguity learning. Eleanor E. Maccoby contributed to gender studies and developmental psychology. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross introduced the Kubler-Ross model, also known as 5 stages of grief. Elizabeth Loftus is known for her studies of human memory and their application to forensic settings. She is best known for her work on the misinformation effect and eyewitness memory. Elliot Aronson invented Jigsaw Classroom and is known for his experiments on the theory of cognitive dissonance. Emil Kraepelin is known as the founder of modern scientific psychiatry, psychopharmacology, and psychiatric genetics. He is known for classification of mental disorders and Kraepelinian dichotomy. Endel Tulving is known for distinguishing semantic and episodic memory. Eric Berne is known as the father of transactional analysis and he coined the term afterburn. Afterburn is the effect of past events which influences the mental state and daily scheduled activities of an individual. Eric Fromm's notable ideas include being and having as modes of existence, security versus freedom, social character, and character orientation. Erik Erikson is known for his theory on psychosocial development of human beings. He coined the phrase identity crisis. Eugen Bleuler coined the terms depth psychology, schizophrenia, schizoid, and autism. Francis Galton created the statistical concept of correlation and widely promoted regression toward the mean. He was the first to apply statistical methods to the study of human differences and inheritance of intelligence. He introduced the use of questionnaires and surveys for collecting data on human communities. He coined the term eugenics and coined the phrase nature versus nurture. His book, Hereditary Genius, was the first social scientific attempt to study genius and greatness. Fritz Perls coined the term Gestalt therapy. G. Stanley Hall focused on childhood development and evolutionary theory. Galen formulated the concept of personality types based on humorism. Humor here means the body fluids. Galen was the first to discuss the pineal gland in the 8th book of his anatomical work on the usefulness of the parts of the body. George Armitage Miller was one of the founders of cognitive psychology. He contributed to the birth of psycholinguistics. He authored the paper The Magical Number 7 plus or minus 2, in which he observed, considered together, revealed the presence of an average limit of 7 for human short-term memory capacity. Gordon Allport was one of the first psychologists to focus on the study of the personality. He is referred to as one of the founding figures of personality psychology. Gordon H. Bower was a cognitive psychologist who studied human memory, language comprehension, emotion, and behavior modification. Hans J. Eysenck described extraversion and neuroticism in his book Dimensions of Personality. The third dimension, psychotism, was added to the model in the late 1970s. The Eysenck Personality Questionnaire was devised by Hans J. Eysenck and Sybil B.G. Eysenck. Harry Harlow is known for his attachment studies with infant monkey. Hermann Ebbinghaus was known for his discovery of the forgetting curve and the spacing effect. He was also the first person to describe the learning curve. He also documented the serial position effect, which describes how the position of an item affects recall. Rudolf Goclenius was credited with coining the term psychology in 1590 as he made significant contributions to the field of ontology and developed many ideas from Aristotle. Ivan Pavlov is known for modern behavior therapy and is also known for his work in classical conditioning, also known as Pavlovian or respondent conditioning. J.P. Guilford is known for the psychometric study of human intelligence. He is best known for his work in intelligence and creativity. He was the first to propose the concept of divergent thinking. Jacques Lacan is known as the most controversial psychoanalyst since Freud. Janet Taylor Spence worked in the field of psychology of anxiety and in gender studies. Jean Piaget is known for his work on child development, and Piaget's theory of cognitive development and epistemological view are together called genetic epistemology. Jean-Martin Charcot is best known for his work on hypnosis and hysteria. He is known as the founder of modern neurology. Jerome Bruner contributed to human cognitive psychology and cognitive learning theory in educational psychology. He coined the term scaffolding to describe an instructional process in which the instructor provides carefully programmed guidance, reducing the amount of assistance as the student progresses through task learning. Johann Friedrich Herbert is known as the founder of pedagogy as an academic discipline. John B. Watson popularized the scientific theory of behaviorism. Watson and Rosalie Rayner conducted the renowned Little Albert experiment, which became the launching point for understanding covert behavior in radical behaviorism. Kerplunk experiment was a famous stimulus and response experiment by John B. Watson and Harvey A. Carr. John Bowlby coined the term affectional bond, which is the attachment between two individuals displayed through their behavior. John Kabat-Zinn created the stress reduction program known as mindfulness-based stress reduction. Joseph Polpe's reciprocal inhibition techniques, particularly systematic desensitization, is when the client is exposed to the anxiety-producing stimulus at a low level, and once no anxiety is present, a stronger version of anxiety-producing stimulus is given. He was also entrusted to treat soldiers who were diagnosed with war neurosis. But today it is known as post-traumatic stress disorder. Karen Horney coined the term feminist psychology in her book Feminine Psychology. Carl Lashley contributed to the study of learning and memory. Kenneth Spence is known for continuous account of discrimination learning. He is also known for Hull-Spence learning theory. Konrad Lorenz is one of the founding fathers of the field of ethology. He established the concept of imprinting. Kurt Goldstein introduced the term actualization, which was used in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Kurt Lewin was recognized as the founder of modern social psychology. He is known for group dynamics, action research, and T groups. Lawrence Kohlberg is known for stage theory of moral development. Leon Festinger, a social psychologist known in social network theory for the proximity effect, and he was the one who developed social comparison theory and is best known for his theory of cognitive dissonance. Lev Vygotsky is known for his work on psychological development in children. Marko Marulo, a Croatian poet, was the first to coin the term psychology. He is known for his concept of zone of proximal development. Martin Seligman was a strong promoter of his theories of positive psychology. His theory of learned helplessness is popular among scientific and clinical psychologists. Mary Ainsworth devised the standardized procedure known as the strange situation to observe attachment security in children. Max Wertheimer was one of the founders of Gestalt psychology along with Kurt Koepka and Wolfgang Kohler. Gestalt psychology attempts to examine psychological phenomena as structural wholes rather than breaking them into components. Melanie Klein coined the term reparation and is best known for play therapy and object relations. Melvin Lerner is known for his contribution to the just world hypothesis. He is called a pioneer in the psychological study of justice. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi recognized and named the psychological concept of flow, which is a highly focused mental state which leads to productivity. He is noted for his work in the study of happiness and creativity and was a researcher on positive psychology. Nico Frida devoted his career to human emotions. Noam Chomsky was one of the founders of cognitive science. He is sometimes called the father of modern linguistics. Paul Ekman was the pioneer in the study of emotions and their relation to facial expressions. Paul Václavic was a theoretician in communication theory for which he formulated 5 axioms. Philip Zimbardo is known for his 1971 Stanford Prison Experiment. Pierre Janet is ranked as one of the founding fathers of psychology. He coined the words dissociation and subconscious. R.T. Laing wrote extensively on mental illness and in particular the experience of psychosis. Raymond Cattell, known for his psychometric research into intrapersonal psychological structure, he created Culture Fair Intelligence Test as an attempt to measure cognitive abilities devoid of socio-cultural and environmental influences. He also introduced the concepts of fluid intelligence and crystallized intelligence. The 16 Personality Factor Questionnaire is a self-report personality test developed over several decades of empirical research by Raymond Cattell, Maurice Tatsuoka, and Herbert Eber. René Descartes is regarded as one of the founders of modern philosophy. He formulated the first modern version of mind-body dualism, from which the mind-body problem rooted up. Robert Sajong's most important contribution to social psychology is the mere exposure effect. He is known for his work on social and cognitive processes. He also made contributions to comparative psychology. Roger Brown is known for his work in social psychology and in children language development. Roger N. Shepard is considered as the father of research on spatial relations. He studied mental rotation and was an inventor of non-metric multidimensional scaling, a method for representing certain kinds of statistical data in a graphical form that can be apprehended by humans. The optical illusion called Shepard tables and the auditory illusion called Shepard tones are named after him. Rollo May is known for his book Love and Will. Sigmund Freud was the founder of psychoanalysis. He developed therapeutic techniques such as the use of free association and discovered transference, establishing its central role in the analytical process. He formulated the Oedipus complex as the central belief of psychoanalytical theory. His analysis of dreams as wish fulfillments provided him with the models for the clinical analysis of symptom formation, and the underlying mechanisms of repression led to the theory of the unconscious. He is considered the originator of the modern use of the term libido. Simon Baron-Cohen is known for his autism research. He is the lead author of the first study proposing impairment in autistic children's theory of mind. He developed the empathizing systemizing theory. Solomon Asch was a Gestalt psychologist and pioneer in social psychology. He directed the Asch conformity experiments. Soren Kierkegaard is considered to be the first existentialist philosopher. His notable ideas are the absurd, angst, authenticity, existential despair, existential philosophy, infinite qualitative distinction, night of faith, leap of faith, and present age. Stanley Milgram was best known for his controversial experiments on obedience. He developed a technique for creating interactive hybrid social agents called Cyranoids. Cyranoids are people who do not speak thoughts originating in their own central nervous system. Timothy Leary is known for his strong advocacy of psychedelic drugs. Viktor Frankl was the founder of logotherapy. Logotherapy is a part of existential and humanistic psychology theories. Virginia Satir was regarded as the mother of family therapy. She is known for creating the Virginia Satir change process model, a psychological process developed through clinical studies. Walter Mischel is best known for his groundbreaking study on delayed gratification known as the marshmallow effect. Wilhelm Wundt is one of the fathers of modern psychology. He is regarded as the father of experimental psychology, as he had founded the first formal laboratory for psychological research. William Glasser developed reality therapy and choice theory. William James was the leader of philosophical movement of pragmatism and was the founder of the psychological movement of functionalism. I hope you find this video useful. Please share these videos with everyone who are preparing for this exam, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.